Why kids need you to be a productive entrepreneur. Watch to the end for my tips on how to get started. Kids need to see what's actually possible, and by them seeing what you are doing and achieving, they are going to be inspired into action. Now, school does give them lessons, but it doesn't necessarily give them life lessons. It doesn't prepare them for the real life, the juggle, what sometimes does feel like a hustle, and understanding that it's actually possible to have your own successful business and not have it running your life. And for them to be able to see that it's possible, not only possible, impactful, and you can make money, earn income, and be happy and enjoy your life too. We want to be able to help them to think outside the box when the time comes, what they want to be, what their aspirations are, and what their goals are. Now, by seeing more entrepreneurs being super productive in their work, they will have a really different kind of energy. They will be running their business with ease, and it will really show because it will come through in terms of how they actually live and enjoy their life as well. Kids need to see that these things are all possible. They need to be able to tell that it is something that they can achieve as well. Not just traditional ways of creating your career, but also having multiple options and really being able to design their life in the way that makes them happy. After all, that is what we want. We want them to have a happy and fulfilled life. So I'm going to share with you next something that has really blown my mind since I first tried to really make sense of it and understand how I can apply this. So it's all about how to work more productively and more effectively. So I'm going to hop onto my whiteboard and share my thoughts and just actually show you what I mean. Okay, so I have my whiteboard all ready for you, and I'm going to visually draw something to explain how you can get more productive. So we are going to talk about the 80-20 rule. And if you haven't come across this before, it is a really powerful concept, and it really can help us to understand how we can maximize our efficiency and how we can get better with what we're doing and really get super productive. So this area here I am highlighting in green is 20%. Okay, 20%. So you can think of this circle as being the time that you spend in a day. You can think about it as the effort that you're putting in. It can be if we break it down into a day, it just makes it a little bit easier for us to think about how we're going to apply this. So this area here shaded is 20%, which means that what we're left with is 80% of the rest of the circle. Okay, so that's our 80%. This is really all of our inputs. Okay, because it will be time, it will be effort. You know, if we think about these on the left hand side as being our inputs, then let me show you what actually the principle states. So I'm going to draw another circle here, and I'm going to again colour this in the same fashion. So we are going to go with the purple first, and it looks very similar to the first one. And this is where amazing things will happen when you actually realise. When I first found out about this principle, it was just mind-blowing, and I hope this is helpful for you too, and there will be lots of takeaways and things that you can go away and do after you understand this. So I'm going to draw the same shape literally on the other side, and we have now 80% as the green, and we have 20% as the purple area. Okay, Now, what the principle states is really comparing what our inputs are versus our outputs. So these are our outputs on the right-hand side, okay? Now, 20% of what you do will result in 80% of your outputs, okay? And then on the by flip side as well, the 80% is going to be what comes into this 20% here. So the 20% that we are applying to create that 80% output is really, you can imagine, it's amazing. It is so productive, it is so strategic, it is so intentional. Just from 20% of what you're doing, you are getting 80% of the results. Now, in business, you can think about this as being results. It could be your income. It could be anything that you want as an output, as your result. It can be, you know, giving you the impact that you're looking for. It's helping your clients at the end of the day. So 20% of what you do results in 80%. Now on the flip side, that looks amazing, doesn't it? 20 to 80 just sounds, it's just amazing. If you knew what you were doing in that 20, you can certainly do more of that, which means by just putting a small amount of more increased effort in, you can actually amplify your results hugely and very, very quickly. On the other side, we have to look at the 80% too. Now, the 80% of this other stuff that we are doing is taking our time, it's taking our effort. So we could be thinking about this as time, we could be thinking about this as effort, we could be thinking about this as our energy, because everything we do, we're putting us into that. And when we put that in, for 80% of that is not really yielding us the kind of return that would be ideal. You can see from this graph, it's just so obvious. So the $1 million question is, what are we doing in that 80%? What are we doing in the 20%? If we could rebalance and do less of the 80 work and do more of the 20 work, by default, we've increased our earnings, our results, our impact, our income, all the things. And that's not by working more. Our 100%, you know, this circle represents 100% of your time. You are not adding more time. You are simply decreasing one and increasing another. So I hope that makes sense. And this is something that you can take away just now and work on. Well, what is my 80-20? Can I get a blank sheet of paper and just start working this out? And this is really time that you would be taking to work on your business, something that we can get a bit lost in and not necessarily find time, but it's so valuable to be able to connect what happens on the left-hand side with the right-hand side, because after all, that's where we are going to see a much bigger achievements and progress. So that's what I wanted to explain here. I hope the picture makes sense, and I hope my scribbles are easy to read. Apologies for my writing. I will get better with time, I'm sure. But yeah, I hope you get the point. It's this 20% that is just amazing, and that 20% can be increased. When that can be increased without working more, by decreasing the 80, we're on to a winner here. And it's for each of us to really work out what it is that we're doing in each of these areas, and that can give us light bulb moments of things that we're working on that we don't necessarily get the kind of return, the amount of time we're spending, and the results and the impact that is actually following. I hope you found that useful. So what life lessons would you want to teach your kids or kids around you? For me, it's working less and achieving more. It's really being that intentional with your work, with anything that you put your mind to, and being able to enjoy the life of your dreams and not having your business run your life, and being in control where you are controlling how you operate, and really being able to actually be intentional with all of your life, all aspects of it. So not only being present in your business life, working really productively and efficiently, but also carrying that through in your personal life. So I would love to know, what is the one thing that you would love to be able to teach children when they see you? What is it that they could take from you? Drop it in the comments and do let me know. If you're wanting some more support on how to get more productive, then do check out my free resources. They are all linked in the description below. Check them out, see what resonates, and sign up absolutely free so that you can start your productivity journey and start working towards achieving more in less time.